as we like to do here, Jared calls in with some Game of Thrones questions related to our Game of Thrones rewatch. We're up to season 6, episode 3. Jared, how you doing, buddy? Where are we going?
I'm doing good tonight. Yes, we got Oathbreakers, 6 episode 3, written by D&D, directed by Daniel Stackham. And a fun fact about him, real quick, he's got a million TV credits to his name, but he's got one feature film to his name, The Glass House. Do you remember this movie, Ken?
No, I remember Martin Page's song in the House of Stone and Light,
Do you know?
but no, I don't remember that sound.
You know why you wouldn't remember this? This guy
No.
has the luck of his movie was theatrically released September 14th, 2001. I don't think
Oh
anybody saw it.
no.
Yeah,
Oh
it lost
no.
a lot of money.
Oh no. That's oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. Well, we can
But
still watch
anyway,
it now.
yeah, so
Anyways.
but just to jump right into it tonight, we're going Beyond the Wall with Bran, our three-eyed raven, and our second flashback vision, we'll call him.
Mhm.
And we're seeing the end of the revolt against the Mad King, and Papa Duke's going up against my man, the Sword of the Morning, Sir Arthur Dayne.
Just call him Sword of the Morning. I was so excited for this. Sir Arthur Dayne is one of those book characters, one of those kind of book references, book pieces of knowledge that a book reader like me, who, as I've said before, didn't finish all the books until right before season 4, and I didn't start till after season 1. So I was late. The show brought me to the books, which is why I love both mediums. But I was one of those like, oh, you know who's pretty cool, but you're probably not aware. Arthur Dayne, Sword of the Morning. Sir Arthur Dayne, he was Kingsguard. And so to finally see it play out, and he has got my favorite. It's a great sequence. I love the two swords, no shield. Baller, straight baller. If that term even used anymore, I don't care, Jared. He's a baller. And then how it plays out, kind of a mystery revealed. Bran, seeing Howland Reed do what he did, and kind of being like this first kind of like, even though a lot of us have lived with this, but like this first kind of like, whoa, what did Ned like? We like Ned. Ned's honorable, but like he obviously smudged some things along the way, and just I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but it's just fascinating to see Bran deal with that. I think Arya and Sansa have those kind of conversations a little bit later about mistakes of their father. But it has my favorite, Jared. This is why I get so excited. It has my favorite I wish you good fortunes in the wars to come moment. It's used throughout the show, obviously. That is my favorite one from Arthur.
Oh, it's just perfect. He just has nothing more to say other than my prince wanted me here, and you shall not pass. And I just and I and I
And
love
he
how you bring
wins.
it right,
Yeah.
and I love how you bring up though the honor of Ned, because he's better than my father, far better, but he beat him.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the story 1,000 times.
Right.
Did he?
Right. Did he?
Yep.
Did he?
Yep.
And calling into question the stories we tell ourselves. I think that's not one of the giant heavy hit you over the head themes, but I have always taken it as that. Again, it's not even who knows what Ned said. Who knows? Did they pull? We know what happened with Lyanna and Little John up there. We know that's connected, and so there's a lot of needed secrecy. So that's why I say it's not right or wrong. I just think it's fascinating that in a show that's like, hey, here's one of your heroes, one of your main characters. Now he's dead, but then his legacy, Ned's legacy, is felt to the very end. And to have this kind of like, whoa, what actually happened, and what legends do we tell ourselves? It's like the show deals with prophecies and how everyone has a different interpretation and the danger of prophecies, and what they can fuel people forward to do. But I love that they take the time with Bran to be like, hold on here.
Right? And it's just
Daddy said something different.
right, and it's the Ned felt throughout all 8 seasons. We're in season 6, and we're learning something new about Ned, that because this is the first time you realize he's got secrets, and he's got white lies and bald face lies to him, and then like you said, to go into the future a little with Sansa and Arya talking about he was a great father, but he did not raise us for the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. I think he struggled to see, to see Arya for who she wanted to be, even though he definitely eventually comes around on that. But I think some of those season one moments, and Sansa has her world, fortunately and unfortunately, for tragic reasons, but also I think for some good growth reasons. Becomes the grows from the little bird to the queen that she is, and in spite of Ned in some ways. But I don't. For me, it's like it goes into areas. This is where Game of Thrones is kind of speaking to me on. We all have that period of time, even if you have relatively good relationships with your parents, and I think generally speaking, these are good relations between Ed and his kids, including for John, I would say too. But when you see your parents as a real person, and for me personally, part of that journey to make it really personal was like, yeah, not just anger and finger pointing and how can my parents do this, but also going, yeah, I don't know if I would have done any different. I don't know how I would have handled that situation. They'd give the world to me if they could. So they're going to protect me in ways that they feel is best, but maybe it's not always best. So I think it was fascinating to explore the Stark family in this way through just an amazing action sequence that had all of us smug book fans, at least me, very excited to see it. Did you have any book thoughts going into that scene?
I this was the season where I started to read the book, so I hadn't
Gotcha.
caught up to that much, but I had heard about him enough from other friends and whatnot. And he also has my favorite sword. Dawn is just the legends
Yeah.
and the honor behind Dawn. And my favorite part of that sword being you don't just inherit it. You earn it. You
Yeah.
gotta be worthy of that sword.
Yeah.
And that's just the meteorite of
Uh,
it all.
yeah, the meteorite falling to Earth. A lot of even rumors of Arthur Dayne's sister and Ned, and it's a lot of wonderful lore all there in this
Right.
wonderful sequence. So I absolutely love it. A couple other big moments in the episode. Take me through them. You had a list. I know you were talking. Jon Snow at the wall. John at the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's another standard. Season 6 is just packed every episode, so much going on. But the big
It's
thing
packed.
the big thing at the end is at the wall. John's resurrected. Tormund gives us the best joke. You can't be a god. I've seen your pecker. What kind of god has a pecker that small? Just the best.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's the execution of the traitors,
Yeah.
and you know um, why am I blanking on his name? Our main sir that gets
Sir Alistair
executed.
Thorne.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thorn
Sir Alistair Thorne. Yeah.
has another just you hate him, but you got to respect it. I fought, I lost,
Yes.
now I rest.
I I I'm probably on an island on Sir Alistair Thorne, but you might be on the least the shore of the island. He is complicated at best. I think I don't want to say bad guy, he's not, but he's coded as an adversary for people that we really like in the series, and he does make a lot of mistakes, including this one. Does things that I don't approve of, but constantly he just reminds me of that old crusty soul that has experiences you do not have and that you need to stop and listen to, but he hasn't adapted, he hasn't changed, he has a fear, he holds on to what's in the past. He went to the wall with a mandate to keep whoever was on that side out from the Seven Kingdoms, and that was his duty, and that's what he did. And he lost a lot of men along the way, and he saw a lot of horrible things along the way. All the other stuff, especially the stuff John's talking about, he doesn't give a damn about. And I think that's wrong for Alistair Thorne to not adapt. But along the way, for me, it's not for everyone. His quote on leadership in season 4, and this moment. It's similar to when I love Stannis' ending of go on, do your duty. I'm not going to cry, beg, whimper. I'm going to go out on my shield. I'm already gone. Do what you have to do. I respect it in a weird way. Him saying I fought, I lost is to me, I have a lot of respect for it. Maybe it's the sports fan in me, but it's like that's what happens.
Well,
Well struck, well fought. I lost. I do it again.
it's that weird sense of honor where you've got a lot of bad people in this world that don't even have their own twisted sense of honor, like a Ramsay Bolton, that
Yeah.
we're getting more and more into. Like that boy
Mm-hmm.
has no sense of honor on any level. But Sir Alistair Thorne, being the cold-hearted dick that he is, still has
He
that.
is.
It still has a sense of right and wrong. I mean, when
Yeah.
he lets Baldy get beheaded there, that's because that was the right thing to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Janice Lynn. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, that is his honor. He's a fascinating character, and even his one of his final lines is telling John, you're going to fight their battles. It's never going to end. Paraphrasing, but like I think it's one of those correct statements, and John kind of faces that and learns that, later on, and makes a decision based on that. But again, it's never me saying that Alistair Thorne is 100% right.
No,
For me personally, it is part of this fascinating. It's Mance Rayder too. It's like these guys that have really lived on the land and really know it, and times are going to change around it. Mance Rayder is an example of someone who grew, who changed, who saw the true need for his people and how to get them together. That's why I love Mance Rayder, and I think Sir Alistair Thorne is stark opposition to that. Oh, stark, pun intended. Sorry. But I deserve to die. Love the way.
Oh yeah. Yep. No, gotta love it. And just to close it out real quick, a question from the chat from J&B. Yes, we do know where Dawn is. It is still seated at House Dayne. Ned, being the honorable man that he did, returned the sword immediately after the war. And
That's right.
And Sir Arthur Dayne was the last wielder of it, so it still sits above the mantelpiece.
There you go. We'll get a spin-off. The sword of the morning spin-off.
I mean,
there you go.
my headcanon is that's Lightbringer. That could have killed the Night King.
Oh yeah, okay. I like that idea. There you go. Theories. Always got some theories. Jared, thanks. We're gonna move on in season 6 to episode 4. I'm gonna actually make sure we watch it, as I have been watching this season. It's been a lot of fun. As always, thank you, buddy.
No problem.